All right, welcome back. It's still the bumper breakfast this morning, and we are still here. Ugotu is still here, right?
Yeah.
We're still here.
Yes, we are.
Funny though. And we have Otuba, best man, yeah.
This is an Igbo man turned, in fact,
Yoruba
man in Lagos State.
Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you.
It's so good to have you again.
Thank you.
So good to have you back.
It was my pleasure being here.
Yes. How was your festive period?
Still ongoing?
Oh, still ongoing.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. It's still going.
That's a good one to hear from you.
That's good.
If I may ask you, how did you spend it? How was it? Because you already said so far, so good.
Well, people like us, even when we are in festive mood, we are still working. So, all the places I visited to felicitate with people and enjoy with them, I was working.
I can imagine.
You know, I was preaching the gospel of vote, not fights. I was busy seeing people to give them hope and courage that it could still be better. I was busy hosting friends. So when you host friends, you are like you're working. Friends, associates coming to you. So even when I'm out of the country, I'm still working.
You're still working.
So that's why I said so far so good, and it's still ongoing. At least the festivities for a new year ends like end of January. That's why you still see the decorations don't go off until end of January.
That's very true. Talking about this votes, what did you just call it?
Vote not fight.
Vote
not fight.
Yeah.
And you know it's a new year. It's a year of the election.
Yeah.
It is 2023. The long-awaited. That's 2023. That's 2023. It's here. And this is the year we are choosing our president. We are choosing a new governor. We are choosing some senatorial members, House of Assembly, Red Chamber, Green Chamber, everybody.
Yeah.
It is this 2023 that we have been talking about. And as the president of Team Nigeria, the founder and president of Team Nigeria for Change. Okay, how far have you gone?
Yeah, we are taking it as strides, and we've always been proactive. And we didn't just start
yesterday.
We started close to 2 years ago preparing for this 2023. Okay, I'll give you a good example. Come Friday next week. The Team Nigeria is organizing a voters sensitization program. Where we have the security operatives come and talk to the voters about how to conduct yourself in and around the polling areas. We have INEC officials coming to tell people, vote like this. When you vote like this, your vote could be cancelled. I mean, so we have civil society organizations coming to talk. So it's not a party thing. It's strictly organized by Team Nigeria for the benefit of all the parties, all the candidates and Nigerians, so that they will know their rights as it concerns the voting process. So we've been there. Now we have a campaign which says vote, don't fight. We're taking it to doorsteps, we're taking it to homes, we're taking it to offices. I mean, we're on air, we're everywhere. People should know that it is called election. Not war.
Not war.
Because I also let people know in our advocacy that I'll give an example. As soon as I support Tinubu, probably you support Atiku or you support Obi.
Okay.
Now I see you write something against my Tinubu. Hey, I could. My job is to pick up my pen, defend my Tinubu, then probably attack your own Atiku, not attack you as a person.
As a person.
And that's the greatest mistake they all make.
That is the mistake they are making.
Instead of you to do your politics, take your personalities out of it. They will leave the politics and now come and attack your person. From there it escalates. I will now have crises everywhere. So those are the things that Team Nigeria for Change is preaching. And by God's grace, we'll get there.
Team Nigeria, who are you supporting? In Lagos? Presidential? Because some people will tell me they're supporting Obi as president, they're supporting Tinubu.
But you know, I said on this platform, and I said to you, Team Nigeria, we localize our support because politics is local. We go everywhere.
Politics is local.
It is. We look at all the candidates there. It has nothing to do with APC or PDP. In Lagos,
Okay.
it is only somebody who doesn't have development and progress as his motive that will say Sanwo-Olu has not done extremely well. Therefore, we support Sanwo-Olu fully in Lagos. And we've looked at the presidential election and we are saying to ourselves, hey, just like I tell people, that I, best man of Team Nigeria, because based on the things that we use as parameters, decides to support Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, does not make Obi or Atiku bad or evil. Okay. He just must have a choice.
It's a choice. Okay. Now I understand.
That's it.
Now, with the recent developments, OBJ endorsing Obi, then Afe is not Afenifere, is it Afe or what they call it? Afenifere endorsing Obi again. Do you think there is a chance for this candidate, your own candidate, that you have chosen to support?
You also, but use the benefit of hindsight.
Okay.
Go back into history.
Okay.
Who have they supported that won? These people you mentioned. Whether Afenifere, both respected Obasanjo.
This one deep gone.
Even when Obasanjo was contesting, he didn't win his own ward.
When
he was contesting, he didn't win his own ward.
But he supported Buhari.
See, that's what I'm saying. He supported Buhari the first time.
Yes.
And by the second time he had abandoned him.
Yes.
So that's what we look at. And I can assure you now, Team Nigeria have endorsed Asiwaju.
Okay.
A faction of Afenifere endorsed Obi.
Obi, yes.
Obasanjo endorsed Obi.
Yeah.
Now, those who should work for Obi to win.
To win, okay.
The same way Team Nigeria is going to work for Asiwaju to win. Then let's see who is more popular.
Okay, I ask you this question. A lot of people keep talking about everyone's manifesto and everyone's wish and their plans for the election. Tinubu mentioned something in recently. He said he's going to convert the Yahoo boys to tech experts. Sincerely, I love that statement. But do you see this coming to reality?
Sometimes we take everything on the basis of the literal expression in Nigeria. Okay. Of course, that was obviously a joke.
A joke?
As in, you see all these Yahoo boys, I'm going to convert them to tech. Of course, it's a joke. Actually, with jail Yahoo boys. If you do Yahoo, that's why you are going to jail. But by inference, what he means is that guys with this kind of brain will be harnessed and made productive. So the Yahoo thing was a euphemism for IT savvy people.
Okay, because
if you come and do Yahoo under Asiwaju, I can assure you EFCC will grab you. And they will even be more strengthened under Asiwaju.
That's a good one. Now talking about Sanwo-Olu, we have seen a lot that he has done in Lagos State. Can you tell us more of what is expected of what we should be expecting
for him? Why we should go out and vote for him?
Stamp for him again.
First and foremost, because all of us, you have eyes.
Okay.
No, because I tell you, you have eyes. Even look at both. You're not even wearing glasses. I'm wearing glasses. You're not saying. That means your own vision to know better. I mean, there's this thing that we say, ẹ wò gbòòrò wò ṣé ò rí iṣẹ́ wa. The guy has done extremely well. I mean, where do we start from? There's no sector that Sanwo-Olu hasn't taken seriously.
I'm telling you.
You come to transportation. I mean, just coming here to a Lag Ride, so clean.
Yes, Lag Ride,
so clean,
And again, in terms of safety, so safe. You just imagine the blue whale taking off fully. Imagine the red lines. Hey, mind you, Buhari is coming to commission the blue whale this month. You see the BRT terminals, which has sprung up under Sanwo-Olu. I mean, you look at now, there's so much going on ferry. I can tell you that by December next year, when some of the bridges,
then the Fort Milan Bridge again,
is about kicking off. Yes, by December next year, this is 1 year. That would mean in 2 years of Sanwo-Olu's second term, you'll be shocked that you say, is it the same Lagos that we had so much traffic at one time?
That would be very good.
Because the bridge coming from Ojota,
Yes,
it's a bridge from Ojota,
Yes.
going through Mendeleran,
Yes.
and eclipsing at Okpebi.
Maybe. Yeah.
Picture it.
Yeah.
That alone is going to
Lagos
take
will
off a lot of congestion on the road.
On the road.
There's a bridge coming from Aja through VGC and up to, I think, around Ikoyi or so. Imagine that one because it's going to be finished this year. Now imagine how much pressure it will take off the road there. The Blue Way will move about 500,000 people daily, which means a lot of vehicles will be at home. Like I said, the waterways too. And we're also doing massive renovation of roads and rehabilitation of roads. Look at education. People are now pulling off their kids from private schools back to public.
No, Lagos State, I give
Why?
that.
Because the teachers
give that to them.
are
We said those
seriously
times without
going
number
And
on
they are
this
even
show.
doing well together.
Yes.
being remunerated.
Yeah.
Right now, they are even building quarters for lecturers of the state universities. He's building quarters for doctors. I mean, what else do you want from a
That's a
man?
good one.
That's why I said, I see one of the candidates contesting against someone saying to us, you want to rule over Lagos, your own Lagos, and you are proud to advertise Lagos to the world as the second worst city to live in the world. And you are doing that every day, building it in the mind of both foreigners, just because you want to contest election. I found out that.
And you want to rule over Lagos.
I mean,
That's
so
not possible.
give it to Sanwo-Olu without me saying it. Every good conscience knows that the guy has done extremely well. Coupled with his humility. You know, there's something about the guy that when you are with him, it gives you goose pimples. Say, is this the governor? So that people might even come and dobale for you first. And say, excuse me, I want to greet the governor. Whereas he is the governor. The guy is humility personified.
Yeah.
And that's what we need in our political terrain, not people who are King Kongs over those they are ruling.
They are ruling. Yeah, when it comes to, when you're talking about humility, yes, Sanwo-Olu has it. Though I haven't been opportune, but from a distance, the way he speaks and everything, he has his heart.
And what
You
people
know,
say about him. What
a
people
lot of
say
people
is
say,
about him.
yeah, he has
Yes.
it very good.
Now, let's look at this upcoming election.
Yeah.
The voters card. INEC said people should go to their local government to get
Their
their voters card. Are
So
you
to your
talking-
local one, to where you the
to
the
where
local
you,
government
yes,
register?
to local government where you register.
Okay.
So what kind of sensitization
Are
do
they doing?
you people plan doing for people? Because I'm telling you, some people do not know this.
It might be coming a bit too late now, but we've been on PVC collection sensitization
Okay.
long enough.
Long enough, okay?
I don't see anything wrong with you go collect your PVC where it is, where you registered, or the local government where you registered. But with the Nigerians, we have this attitude. Thank God, 3 or 4 years we went to university, we went to our institution. The moment the school announces exam, we go on strike. No, we are not ready. It's okay, we'll give you 3 weeks. All of us will stop reading again. 3 days to exam, we'll start reading again.
It did to exam.
To the exam, we'll start reading again. Now imagine, the same way, I came up with voters, whatever, and people will not just go collect their cards. Now election is, we are watching again. So it is also maybe our way of doing things. But we won't stop, we'll still keep talking with INEC and talking to the people so we can have a seamless PVC collection.
Now, of recent as well, the governor of Rivers State, Governor Nyesom Wike, to endorsed Asiwaju.
Has he?
How true is that?
That some people said,
Yeah,
yes, how true is that? We
read
saw it on the
about-
news.
we know some-
And we even saw it on the newspaper. It made the headline last week that the governor of Rivers State,
State.
rather, Wike, Nyesom Wike,
It is not true.
endorsed Asiwaju.
It is not true.
He and Makinde and
I can-
others, the G5, just
I
like
can tell you
the G5
authoritatively
governors.
that it was not true.
Just like my
It
GM
was
said, he
fake
said how
news.
true is the
not
story.
It was
He
fake
even made
news.
one of the headline of the newspaper last week.
It was fake news.
Fake news.
But I can tell you,
Oh.
within that fake news,
There's
it is
an iota of truth in
There's
it.
an-
See, one thing says the release that came out was not true. It wasn't from either the G5, Was it from Governor Wike, where they even quoted him to have said some things?
Some things.
It was not true. But now the reality is this. Sometimes we study body movements. Sometimes some of us can read minds. Sometimes we have been long enough in politics to put one or two
together. Yeah.
I can tell you that the G5 governors have some level of progressive, aspirations in them.
Okay.
Therefore, they will support Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But like I said, that news wasn't right. But the coming news
will
right. Justify that to say that they are for Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Okay, for the layman out there listening to us now, watching all of this, can you throw more light into this G5? Who are they? What are their intentions? What are their motives?
At the risk of playing politics, but objectivity should still color anything that we do.
Okay.
There's no reason, this is personal, and I'm entitled to my opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no reason why another Hausa Fulani should take over from one Hausa Fulani in the current Nigerian context. The thing is, when we brought in the zoning, power rotation, it was to bring peace up to when our democracy would have evolved to say it doesn't matter where you come from. For now, it does matter. There is no way an article will justify taking over from a Buhari in the current Nigeria setting of today. To that extent, Governor Wike might have good reasons for mobilizing those people, the other four, to join him. And they might also have the other personal reasons that might also be selfish. I don't know. But you see, on the surface, you also look at it that the presidential candidate, the BOT, the party chairman, all from the north, which Wike is fighting against, is also tenable. So on that's the much I know about them. But on the other selfish things, I do not know. So let me not assume.
Okay, so for Team Nigeria, how sure are you? Okay, let me put it this way. In the past, Team Nigeria, you've been supporting political groups. Whoever you've supported, have they ever won elections?
I have never lost.
Yes.
Never. You'll be shocked. Team Nigeria, I've never supported any candidate I lost. Now, we've had 2 occasions where we're supposed to support somebody, but we pulled out a few months to the election. And those are the 2 times the candidate lost. One is in Edo State, when we're supposed to work with the pastor. Is a Yamu.
Okay, yeah.
But we couldn't things were we just pulled out.
Okay.
And eventually we lost. The second was just very recently.
Okay.
When we pulled out of going to put our machineries in place for Oyetola in Osun. But there has never, and it's always there on social, I've always put it there, we have never lost an election where we're frontally involved.
So
we're not about to lose.
You're not about to
lose. We are not about to lose.
You're so sure.
It is almost impossible. I'm so certain. In Lagos, we're looking at 80% voters percentage for Sanwo-Olu.
In Lagos?
Of the vote cast.
Then what about in Nigeria?
And in Nigeria, we're looking at least 20 states outright victory for Asiwaju.
Okay, Team Nigeria, is it an association only based in Lagos or all?
We're already in 11 states.
11 states.
Yes. And we have influence from other places where we don't have structure, where we have structure in 11 states.
In 11 states. Okay, now let's look at the upcoming election.
Yeah.
I want to say during the last election,
yes,
they said it was going to be bloody. And you know God, the way God works.
Yes,
it was so peaceful.
It was peaceful.
It was so peaceful and calm because we were on the road monitoring as journalists. And this year again, we've been hearing it's going to be thoughtful. We have Atiku Abubakar coming out. We have Obi coming out. We have Jagaban, City Boy coming out, and we have Kwankwaso coming out, and we have a lot of those people coming out. So, do you think it's going to still be a peaceful, free, and fair election?
It's going to be more peaceful than every election we've had in the past.
That would be
You know why I say that? Because every election where they've threatened violence had come and gone. In so election, when Jonathan, nothing happened. People will come, they will vote, the winner will be declared, noise will be made, it was rigged, it was not rigged, they will go to tribunal, they will go to court, Nigeria will continue.
Still talking about Beavers, this election, you know, Beavers is there now.
Okay.
So what's your own perspective? Do you see Beavers really in action or properly ready for...
Sure. We need Beavers. And unfortunately, you hear PDP people tell you that the APC government doesn't want Beavers. The same government that introduced Beavers. And you're saying they don't want that, they're scared. They're using... It was the Buhari government that introduced Beavers to clean up our electoral system, and it's working.
And
we've seen it
working actively.
We've seen it in Osun. It worked very well. We've seen it in other states.
Because rumors we heard that still having some
issues.
Like, doesn't your GSM up to now have some issues?
Yes.
You still have a voice drop. I mean, a call dropping. So there's nothing perfect. But it's until you start, you won't get it right. So let's start somewhere. You can't just give birth to a baby and expect the baby to start walking.
Immediately.
You crawl and all this stuff.
Yeah, just like the presidential candidate of APC said, it was 5 million votes in Lagos. Is it achievable? Lagos alone.
That's a Herculean task because I think we have close to 7 or 8 million registered voters in Lagos.
In Lagos? Are they all registered under APC?
No, registered voters.
Okay, registered voters.
And by going back to history, a little above 50% usually votes. If they increase this year to say, let's say 60-70% because of our voters awareness, they come out. 5 million is tough, but basically what he's saying that he needs close to, no matter the number of people that votes, he must get at least 70-80% of the votes in Lagos.
Okay.
So far so good. What has your team done? Team Nigeria, what have they done to support this incoming government that we're expecting?
We have done so how many is what we have not done I'll be thinking of, but because we've done virtually everything. We've done mobilization, like I told you. Next week Friday we are doing a voter sensitization, which is we have done door to door. We have visited so many communities, and we are still doing community rallies. We have introduced something called bar and lounge visitations.
Wow.
Every evening we are in one bar or in one lounge because we know there will be a gathering of people. We go there, we talk to them, we give them our branded materials. If there's a musician on bandstand, he will sing the praise of our candidates all through, and it has tremendous effect on the people. Places we go, when people just come and give them, we buy them food and drinks and make sure at least it's not everybody has the same level of social happiness.
Yeah.
A man that he just came out to the bar to relax and he's feeling dejected. I will come and we cheer him up. The guy will go home a bit lifted.
Yeah.
So we've been doing that. We've done a lot of campus visitations because we have our youth wing. Our boys on campus are doing that.
Interesting.
And we have majored more on the inner cities. Where corporate people like you might not reach. Where we will reach there. I mean.
Okay, still talking about Asiwaju as the candidate of APC. Rumors have it in recent times that if he wins, there will be more of the ones they call Agbero everywhere. So what do you think about that?
Unfortunately for Nigerians, it's so easy for us to latch on unsubstantiated statements. For example, Agbero. The menace of Agbero in Lagos is not up to half what happens in Onitsha.
Thank you. What happens in Onitsha? Yes.
What happens in Benin?
People will tell you.
In Abuja. I mean, a suburb of Abuja. That's all. In Maraba.
Like seriously.
You need to see the Agberos there, their eyes popping.
No, Onitsha is a fearful one.
You tell me, I've been there, but Igbos do tell me that if you go to Onitsha, Agbero, Lagos no strong now. They tell me.
And you see an attempt by Lagos constantly at reformation. Now we have the Lagos Park management.
Yes, I'm telling you, yes.
Lagos this MC Oluomo that people even talk about. Team MC doesn't take alcohol, it doesn't even smoke.
Interesting.
Wow. It does not.
Seriously?
Wow. It has never.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't smoke?
It doesn't smoke, it doesn't take alcohol. And if you have such, and the popularity of MC in Lagos, every politician wants him. Just like, hey, you have a best man with you, for example, you are sure of so much support because we have the grassroots. Who the young man have? So when the Agbero said, yes, if it is 60% now, our prayer is that it should be claimed to get to 80-85%. That's our joy. But people should stop saying if Asiwaju becomes, why hasn't MC become the commissioner of transport in Lagos? They said MC will be minister. And the young man is becoming a traditional king soon. So he won't have
So what's his business with
minister? They should stop giving a dog a department because they just want to hang it.
You know, sir, while I was growing up, Agberos, when you see them on road, they wear tear cloths.
Yes.
In those days.
Tear cloths.
They wear tear cloths.
Yeah.
And they are scared people. But now, when you see them now, even when you see their chairman, I'm telling you, and now even armed robbery has decreased because they have given them a job. That is what I see.
Part of what you must give to Sanwo-Olu is what you just said now. Security in Lagos is relatively perfect when compared to other states.
Other states, yes.
Why? A whole lot of, I'm also directly involved because someone has helped us with what I do with alternative security. He has kind of imbibed it. So we rather say, go and reform them. Win them over. Let them monitor security in their communities. Intelligence gathering. These are the same people doing it. You don't have to say that only Loma say later. That it is the thief that knows where the thief will thread. Therefore, these guys that you think are useless, we have turned them to useful instruments for security in the states. And Lagos is happy for it. So give kudos where you are supposed to.
But in Nigeria, is it being financed by a government body?
We get paid for the things we do. No doubt about that. You contract us to do things. But most times politically, we raise funds in support of the candidates that we want to work for. We have a couple of things that we do that ends us. Hey, don't forget that even as the founder, I'm into alternative security, like I said. I'm a publisher. I publish Ekomi Ekwe, the bi-weekly newspaper in Lagos here, which we distribute for free and we get a couple of patronages for it. So I'm into guerrilla media, where I handle media for a couple of my principals and clients. So I'm not poor. Neither is the association a poor one. But of course, sometimes we get support from any state that is interested in what we do. But politically, we raise funds to support whoever. Just like we give out rice, we do all those things during Christmas in support of Sanwo-Olu in Lagos. So that's how we get our move.
Do you believe your candidate that you're supporting will be involved in vote buying? Because vote buying, they keep saying it during an election there is vote buying. Do you think APC need vote
you buy vote when you're not popular
to win this election?
You buy vote when you're not popular. Hey, what is vote buying? Because, for example, people are trying to demonize humanitarian goods, humanitarian actions on elections, and term it vote buying. Let's assume it's a week to election. And I host people in my community. Come on, eat and drink, let's rejoice. And people will say, he's doing it so that they will vote for him. Your assumption.
Yes.
Which is not critical. So,
yes.
But you see, to now say, take this money and vote for me.
For me, yes.
Which the Sanwo-Olu that I know will not even do it. He won't do it. So, I don't know if vote buying exists. I'm sure it exists among all the parties. But the little I know of Governor Sanwo-Olu, he will not give anybody money to vote for him because he feels he has earned their trust and support.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure having you because you enlighten us more on what is about to take place in this 2023 election. So now I want you to talk to the youths. Because, you know, during election day, the youths are often complaining, not often, they are always complaining that this is their candidate, but during that same day, that election day that people need to go out and vote, you see them on the street playing football. Because when we do election monitoring, when we go up and then we see them, they will even mount their post on a major road. And they would like to, after all, like, we are coming. But these same youths are the ones that will go back again on social media and start typing, they have rigged the election. The election has been rigged. What do you think? What advice do you have for such youths?
You see, the number of youths you see play soccer on election day are very infinitesimal. They're not much.
Okay.
We have more sleeping
at home
because they went to club to them the night before. No, that was a public holiday.
What is she Fajilo?
No, seriously, you'll be amazed at how many are snoring at home after going to club the night before. Then some will tell you I'm not voting because it's not safe when you come out there. Violence. Who are those that perpetrate violence? They are the youths. You can't bring old men to carry stick around. So they need to. You see, it's time. And sometimes, unfortunately, some of our candidates deceive themselves. They will tell you the youths are for us. Hold a youth rally today. You will find more youths with Asiwaju.
I'm telling you.
So let's be factual.
Yes, start saying.
But some will tell you the youths are with more of the youths are with Asiwaju.
Do you know, I don't want to mention name. I saw a party on television. I saw a party on television and I saw the youths there. I said, this is APC now. This is APC. What are they doing there? Maybe they've been tipped to come out. I don't know.
What Seyi Tinubu, Asiwaju's son, is doing. No,
that guy, yes.
Alone.
Yes.
He is not talking, he's walking. When some are talking, they are not walking. And they will tell you the youths are for us. My fear is this. And I say it to the youth, don't be deceived. Because people are in Lagos, they're in Abuja, they are abroad, whipping up sentiment that a particular candidate will win. It is so obvious this candidate cannot win. Now when he loses, it will be like he was.
All right, welcome back. It's still the Bumper Breakfast Show, and we still have Otuba Bestman Nze in the house, the president and founder of Team Nigeria. Team for Change Nigeria. All right, thank you very much, sir. So before we let you leave this morning, I want you to advise people, sensitize people in your own way on this show today about the upcoming election. Not only the youths are voting,
but everyone of us,
even the market women are coming out to vote. The market women vote more than the youth these days. I'm telling you, that is why when we said politics is local, I can tell you it's the local people that come out more. To vote. So
first and foremost, I tell people this: don't make enemies because of elections. Elections will come and go. The people, your contacts, your friends, your family will remain. Be careful how you fight on election day. All those that fought and killed themselves didn't stop the inauguration of the government. So make up your mind, support your candidates. It's a democracy. You are not a Democrat if you do not see reason why that man should support his own candidate. That it must be yours shows you are not a Democrat. Because you do not argue electoral issues with a tone of finality, because you only know to the extent of information at your disposal. So the information I have about my candidate, you might not have it. And what you have, so do your campaign, go and vote, and like I said, vote, not fight.
Fight.
That is my advice.
Thank you very much for coming on the show today.
It's actually been a good one having you here. We have learned more, and you have actually hit it. Your points are really
just like Shito said. He said you've said it all.
You've said it all.
You've said it all.
Out.
Yes. Okay, and this is how we end the show this morning, Hugo.
Yes, this is how we end it, and in fact, this is where we draw the curtain for today's episode of this program. We hope to see you again same time next week.
Inshallah, mashallah, by God's grace. And before we leave, I will leave you with CCC Celestial Church of Christ, Elion Cathedral. The prophet has a message for Nigeria. This is 2023. Let's listen to this message and let's be guided. And this is how, just like Ugo said, we draw the curtain this morning. See you again next week, Friday. Mashallah, by God's grace, we will be here. It's a bye-bye.